Hey there, Dr. Dovi Prero here. I know Dad wasn't able to make it to the consultation today, so we're going to go over with Mom about the orthodontic plan for little Johnny. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us either through our front desk, or you can contact me directly, and we'd be happy to go over the details of little Johnny's beautiful smile that's about to come. Come take a look at what we have so far. So on the left side, you'll notice that this is Johnny's teeth as the way they are now. And on the right side is where we're planning to get. But I'd like to show you a little bit of how we get there. So we can first take a look that on Johnny's teeth on the right side here, we notice that his molars, these are his upper teeth here, and we can take a look at the lower teeth here. We see how the lower teeth are very crooked here, and they're also overlapping, and there's even some space here too. When we look at the side teeth, we can kind of notice that we do want to give him a nice aesthetic change, but in addition, we also want to give him a good bite. And that good bite will give him stability for his teeth to stay where we put them when we're all done. So let's take a look at what we've planned for him so far, and I want to show you how we can actually use our 3D software to modify it to show you what the final outcome will be. So looking from the front, we can see that we've got a nice aesthetic change. We can see from the worm's eye view where we've gotten all the rotations out and corrected his overbite a little bit. But I want to do some more for you. I really want to get his smile really nice, and we want to get it really, really stable. So come take a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we move the teeth a little bit. Number one, we can see that the teeth are rotated, and you see this is the movements that are planned. And we can see when we're all done, the spaces have been closed and all the rotations have come out. And you can notice those improvements even from the frontal view, so the before and then the after. You can also notice that the rotations are out, the space is closed, and the arch is looking really in a nice form. Let's take a look at the top. On the top we see also before the teeth were overlapped and rotated, and this is kind of the movement that's going on here. So originally his tooth is all the way out and it's rotated. Okay, right? That's how it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to derotate that tooth, and we're going to bring it in. Now when we do that, we can see that all these movements are planned, so the smile, the end game, the goal of where we're headed is what we planned from the beginning. Let's take a look at his bite together, and let's see how his bite is improving. So we can see that before he had the teeth that were proclined. If we zoom in a little bit, we can even see a little more, is that his teeth here were proclined, and the movement that we're designing for him here is really an awesome one that we can tell. Let's correct that a little bit. We're going to put that back up. And then the movement, which we call torque, is what we're going to move here. And we can see this is the movement. So before, his tooth is forward like that, and we're going to bring it down like that. And that also gives a nice aesthetic appearance. But this is only the first step. I want to show you, as an orthodontist, my obligation to you is to give you nice, amazing aesthetics, but also to correct your bite and function. So we're going to go the step further, and what I want to do is I want to show you how we can really correct his overbite. Now this will require Johnny to wear a couple rubber bands for me, but as he wears those rubber bands, the upper teeth will come back, and we'll get a really much better overbite correction. So we can see from before is that his molar here in the back is forward. It's almost touching the next tooth. What I've done is I brought this molar back and this molar forward. And as you can tell, the teeth now are interlocking. Before they were banging on each other, and now they're interlocking. So before they're hitting, but now we're taking this tooth and moving it back so that it hits in between the tooth. This peak is right in the valley. This peak is right in the valley, and especially in the canine, this peak is right in the valley. So we can imagine that the forces being distributed on these teeth are really nice and even. And in addition, not only does the function get better, but the aesthetics get even better. As we can see, the overjet or the overbite in the horizontal direction is minimized through bringing the upper teeth back and allowing the lower teeth to come forward a little bit. We can see here too on this side, we've corrected to get a nice stable occlusion. The way I like to think about it is that the gears are interlocking and the forces of the bite are spread out evenly, and that gives them stability, and there's no extra force on an extra tooth. Additionally, we can see that we've closed up all the space in the bottom, as we said before. This is an example of how the rotations are done, and it's all planned digitally. So I can rotate the tooth back and forward, and I direct the software how I want the smile to finish at the end. So the software is the computer, but I am driving it in order to get there to exactly where we want. So this is Johnny's smile before, and then this is the after. Again, one time more, before, and then the after. Before, and then the after. It was great having your wife here in the office today. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to explain all this to you, or if you have any questions about the finances, Liesl will take care of it at the front. And thanks so much for spending your time with us today. We look forward to seeing you soon and making you an awesome smile.